can't be the only one that's wondering, why are we still using batteries? Why can't we charge everything? Even down to our smoke detectors. When we hear a beep, we should be able to plug it in. We should be able to charge our remotes. I mean, it's just relevant. It doesn't make sense to me why we can't just charge anything. Why do we have to keep buying batteries? So I had to look into it. I went on a rabbit hole so deep that after 4 hours in, I had to stop. I couldn't take it anymore, okay? Energizer and Duracell, them is the number 2 batteries that we hear of. They also own a lot of the smaller companies, as does, a lot of big companies that own the off-brands. Anyway, so Energizer makes $1.6 billion a year. Who would have thought batteries are so expensive? And Duracell makes $2 billion a year. So I had to say, who owns them? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I bet you that the fact that they even are still having batteries is because the people who are in charge or have control of the holdings, they gotta be big, right? Oh my gosh, do I got one for y'all. And this is the stuff conspiracies are made of. Anyways, I'm sure that everybody heard of BlackRock, right? Because I've heard of them because they own a lot of the private homes and they help control the rent crisis in the U.S. Let's keep it real. Anyways, but did y'all know that BlackRock has holdings on, here we go, places like, okay, and this is just a few, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Walmart, Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Procter & Gamble, Netflix, Costco, MasterCard, ExxonMobil Gas, Visa, Tesla, Lilly, the pharmacy people, Meta, Amazon, everything that we use on a regular basis in America, and I'm sure, of course, other parts of the world, I don't know, but I'm saying in America, okay, these mother truckers own everything. They control everything. And how greedy are you that you own and have holdings on all this stuff, but we can't charge our batteries? We gotta keep buying batteries. And you know what the craziest part is? I don't even think people realize with the batteries things. Most of us buy batteries in bulk, right? They don't normally sell batteries, per pack or whatever, right? You always buy a few just in case you need them. It's something in the junk drawer, right? Think of all the houses in the world, in America that have batteries in their junk drawers, okay? Don't use them, can't use them. They get rusty, they get crusty after they sit there. Just rotting. It's almost like gift cards. Gift cards, when people buy a gift card, the money just sits on there. So secretly, these companies are making billions of dollars off of people not using their gift cards. It's insane to me to think that batteries are in the same boat as gift cards. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So then, of course, I had to look it up. So BlackRock owns Energizer, right? Now, Duracell was owned by Procter & Gamble, which is owned by BlackRock. Then they sold it to Berkshire Hathaway, which BlackRock controls and has shares from Berkshire as well. I can't make this up. Wow. How is a single company given so much power in this world? And then it also makes me think too, okay, so if all these banks like JP Morgan and Bank of America, when people go and get their home loans, and then get, what is it called when you get kicked out? Foreclosed on. When you get foreclosed on, the bank gets hold of your... They don't even have to buy these houses. They get them from foreclosures when these banks don't get the money. It's crazy to me that they can do this. Oh my God. Y'all ready for the craziest part? This company was established in 1985. Okay, and I know for younger people, because the 1900s sounds so far away, so this excludes y'all. But the people who've been here a little more time, like before the 99 and the 2000s, 85 wasn't that long ago. 85. And even though for us who love the 80s and don't want to let it go, it do feel like it's just leaving. But that's a different subject. 85. These companies, a lot of them that I named existed before 85. Yeah, I know a place like Apple and Amazon, they came later. And Meta, I get that. But I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, how do they have their hand in every single pot? They is Jeffrey Epstein of businesses. Okay? I don't understand. And I get it. Y'all gonna be like, no, they asset managers, and I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear all that. This is where the cliche comes. The rich gets richer and the poor stay poor. Why do y'all need all these businesses? How much money does one person need in one lifetime, right? And I get it. You trying to set your family up, your kids, whatever. Even then, you already set them up. Why do y'all need to own and control everything? That's crazy. It's mind-boggling to me. And it all started because I wanted to charge a remote, y'all. I went too deep down this rabbit hole. And I like I said, I had to stop because it hurt me. It hurt me that this company, who hasn't even existed that long, can have so much control of consumerism. I'm sorry, I cannot say that word, in America. And I'm going to tell you right now, as Americans, we are consumers, okay? So, yeah, it's stressful. Y'all can look into it more and let me know if y'all find out stuff that I don't know. It was too much for me. I couldn't do it no more. Wow. Yeah.